In this video, I'm going to talk to you about intersecting lines with circles. So let's just go straight into an example. Let's look at where the line y equals 2x intersects with a circle. So let's go with x squared plus y squared equals 25. So we're going to look at where these two intersect. Now let's have a look at what we've got. We've got one equation here. We've got an equation here. Where we're looking at two lines intersecting, we need a coordinate x and y. So we have two unknowns and we have two equations. So when we have two equations, two unknowns, we have to think simultaneous equations. Now looking at this one equals y. This has y within the equation. So solving by substitution is the most appropriate way. So let's substitute this. Let's call this equation 1 and this one equation 2. And we're going to substitute y equals 2x into this over here. So let's do that. X squared plus 2x squared equals 25. And then we do the expansion. So x squared plus 2 squared is 4, x squared equals 25. Collect together the left-hand side, giving us 5x squared equals 25. Therefore, divide by 5, x squared equals 5. Which means our solutions, we have two solutions here. X equals plus or minus the square root of 5, which is approximately 2.24. Okay, now it doesn't actually matter the decimal version, plus or minus 2.24. But it's useful to know because we're going to sketch the graph. So we really need to know what root 5 is. Okay, now when we found the x coordinate, we then need to find the corresponding y value. So to do that, I'm going to substitute root 5 into this to find the two y values that match the two x values. So let's do this. When x equals positive root 5 first, y equals 2x, so 2 multiplied by root 5, which is 2 root 5, or as a decimal, 4.47, roughly to 2 decimal places. Okay, let's do the same for when y is negative root 5. Sorry, when x is negative root 5. So when x is negative root 5, substitute into 2x, 2 multiplied by negative root 5, which is negative 2 root 5, which again, as a decimal, roughly to 2 decimal places, is negative 4.47. So what we have here is two x values, two y values. Don't forget our general equation of a circle is x squared plus y squared equals r squared. So r squared is 25. So our radius is the square root of 25, which is 5. And remember, we're only interested in the positive because we can't have a negative length. Now let's suppose we wanted to do a rough sketch of our intersection. And when we're sketching a circle, don't forget we need to label our x and y intercepts. So therefore we have to think about the radius. So the radius is 5, so obviously the centre of the circle, of course, because it's 0, 0 because of this form. So there's the centre, 5 is up to there. And then if the radius is 5, it means it's going to go 5 all the way around. So that'll be negative 5 and negative 5. So on a circle, it looks like that. Now, we've got decimal values here. When x is 2.24, so it's around here. Y is 4.47, so it's about there. It's our first intersection. And the second one is when x is negative 2.24, y is negative 4.47. So our two intersecting points are, it's supposed to be a straight line. Let me redo that. Hold on. Okay, so I did say I was going to do this again. Now let's just talk about this line as well, because we've got our 2 points here and here. The graph y equals 2x should go through the origin anyway, because when x is 0, 2 times 0 is 0. So it cuts through the origin as well. Now you should use a ruler. Obviously I'm just going to have to freehand it. It's much better. Okay, so we can see one graph intersecting with the other graph.